Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I hope you're having a good Monday morning. 10 o'clock, the sun is shining, the birds are tweeting, and this is the player ratings show for West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1 in a mixed bag game. I've had Villa fans on my case saying to me, I don't know the rules. I do know the rules, and we was robbed the other day. I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Before I get started, smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV. As I'm doing this solo today, give me your thoughts on yesterday's game, player ratings, players, etc. in the comments section on YouTube, and I will read them out and see if I agree or disagree. Right, let's start off at the top and work my way down, as I always do. Start with this man, Alfonso Areola. Weird old game from yesterday. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was doing saves, some good saves, but a bit over the top, like double punching saves out straight at him, coming out and double punching things away when he could sort of collect the ball, so to speak. Yeah, he was all right yesterday. He kept us. He done a few good saves. Nothing of any note. He can't. He's not at fault for the goal. The goal was just a well worked move from Villa. Um, I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a 7. I thought he was all right. I thought he was all right yesterday. I don't think he done really a lot wrong. Yeah, make mine pretty short and sweet. 7 on Areola. Yeah, there's not a lot there where I can say it. Do you know what I'm saying? Moving on to this man, Vladimir Sufal. Great assist. He's destined to score a goal at West Ham soon enough. I'm not going to lie. Amount of times over the last few weeks he's been getting in that sort of advanced right-sided position, and he's getting closer and closer, absolutely closer and closer to getting his first goal for West Ham. I thought the assist was very, very good. The ball in for obviously Antonio's header is just it's a top ball. But the only problem is he just doesn't do it consistently enough. There was a time in the second half, I think it was the second half. Was it the second half? No, it's the first half. Sorry, where Quetta gets the ball, plays it out, and he's screaming for the ball. If he's just up a bit further up the pitch, maybe 15, 20 yards, a bit further forward, he's got a possible chance of scoring. Yeah, he has a great effort, and keeper does a good save, and it's a bit of a scramble, and then it's sort of kicked away. But he's destined to score a goal. I actually thought he was pretty good yesterday. I really did. I thought he done well. I thought, for me, he was like one of the sort of outstanding sort of players, so to speak. So I'm going to give him a strong 7. Like I thought he was, yeah, higher 7 for me. It's just one of them ones, really. He does frustrate me because sometimes the crossing ability is always the same looping cross, and there's no sort of very different sort of scenarios with it. But for me, I hope he scores a goal before his time ends at West Ham because he's trying his hardest, but it's just not happening for him at the minute. I will say that. So high 7 for me. Let's get to Brian. Brian says Chafal was very good yesterday. Crossing was a lot better. Lovely assist. I agree on that. I think the result was fair. Villa are a decent side. I understand why Johnson come on to help Chafal. Disagree on that one, Totty, but I will get to that later on. What's the odds on Chafal to score? Like you say, one day, Vlad. Yeah, it'd be very, very high. He hasn't scored. I think he's about 16 to 1 or 14 to 1 to score a goal at any time. He's destined. Yeah, me. By Leverkusen, here we come. High 7, close to an 8 for me, for him. Moving on to this man, Mavropanos. I thought he was okay. Yesterday. I think the partnership of him and Zuma together is a partnership that is working to a point. Aguerd is just a bit of a liability, and Obona just isn't the guy. Yeah, he's done his time at West Ham. He's the major backup. I think Mav's doing all right. He should have that goal, at the end. It's just unlucky. If it's going in and it just gets scrambled about. Yesterday defending, he kept Watkins quiet. Like both him and Zuma kept Watkins quiet. Kept both of their forwards quiet. I'm going to give Mav. I'm going to give Mav a 6 out of 10. I don't think he was amazing, but I don't think he was crap. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10 for just a decent-ish performance. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, let's move on to the captain. It's this man, Kurt Zuma. Right, what do I say about Mr. Zuma? I think first half he was good. Second half, yeah, he was getting pulled all over the place. Villa were going down like the flanks and trying to pull him out of position. Obviously, where he's sitting there in defence, yeah, he can header everything away, and he's pretty good at that sort of low block defending. Yeah, but yeah, again, it's the same as Mav, really. Yeah, Mavropanos, like, didn't really see anything amazing, but he wasn't crap. So yeah, again, I make mine short and sweet. I give him a 6, strong 6. Uh, Obviously kept Watkins quiet, kept the other, I think the Colombian striker quiet. Nothing to really report, really. Didn't really do a lot wrong. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Let's move on to this man, and that is Emerson. I don't think he was fully fit. I think he was rushed back into the firing line at West Ham. I thought he'd done a few good runs and a few good things, but this 2-week break is going to benefit us massively to try and get his geezer back fully fit and ready to go. We're just not the same team with him. When he's not playing, we're just not the same team. Yeah, and you take him out, you put Cresswell in. For how good Cresswell's been, he's just not an Emerson at the end of the day. I'm gonna go with a he got subbed and all. I'll give him a low 6, like Bob standard 6 out of 10. Do you know what I mean? For me, nothing to really report, but he's a massive player. Like, it's good to have him back. That's one thing I will say. When he got injured the other week, I think we all feared the worst. Yeah, but for me, this 2-week break week and a half break is going to do us the world of good. Yeah, the time we get to Newcastle, this man should be fully fit, round to go. Yeah, he's going to be fully rested up. And I thought yesterday he had a goodish game, got down the flanks well. The working with Paqueta, I think Paqueta on the left is better with Emerson there. I think it makes Emerson play better. I think I'm not sure who was on the left yesterday. I think it was like Kudus on the left at one stage. Yeah, but I'll give him a 6. I thought it was good. You know what I mean? Good to see Emerson back and an okay game yesterday. I agree with Brian on that. We will catch you with a game against Luton on the 30th. Against after the break. We are against Newcastle. Newcastle away, tough, especially without no Alvarez. But we move on to this man, Thomas Souček. He's unlucky not to score, isn't he? Let's be honest. Like, his arms down his sides, it's ricocheted. He's hit his arm. People say his arms move towards the ball. I disagree. Where's he supposed to put his arm? I look at it like this with Souček. He had a good first half. Second half, he's off the ball work. He's a lot better. I'm not going to lie, but I thought he was okay. Yeah, it's another sort of okay-ish performance. It's not like he didn't stand out to me. Didn't go wow, like amazing, so to speak. It was just, just done his job, got stuck in, didn't really get involved enough in the final sort of attacking third, but we shouldn't have to when you've got 4 attackers on there. But I'm going to be honest. I think he was just okay. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Just standard 6 out of 10. Not good, not bad, just average, basically. Average Joe performance for Thomas Souček. Let's come to this man who was good yesterday. Edson Alvarez. Massive blow. Massive blow to lose him for the next 2 games. Especially with a situation when he didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, he just got fouled, if anything, gets up, walks away. The geezer tries to make a meal of it and then gets him booked. And technically, that's as good as being a red card. Yeah. I thought his performance was excellent. I thought his awareness is so good. I love how he can read the game and he's following these people and he don't give up. Edson. That's one thing I will say of him. Ever since he's arrived at the club, he just does not give up. When he's in that sort of when he's trying to get after attackers and everything, he's fully committed. Like, you can never question this geezer's effort. That's one thing I will say. Yeah, I think he's absolute top draw. I'm going to give him a solid 7. Solid 7 out of 10. I thought he's just a different player. When West Ham have him in our side, then we are a good team. Yeah, when you take him out of the team, we look bang average. literally bang average right now. Do you know what I'm saying? I agree on that comment. Who plays in Alvarez's position now? He's suspended. $1 million question, mate. Time for Calvin Phillips to earn his money at the end of the day. But I've got no faith, in him whatsoever at all at the minute, Robert. So it's a bit of a concern. It is a bit of a concern. I like it when he goes into central midfield. Like, obviously, he goes into central midfield, picks the ball up. He makes West Ham tick. He's always looking for that sort of Kudus ball every single time. And I think if we can keep hold of this geezer, he's future captain, 100%. Definitely, like, he should be the captain. Will he be? I don't think so. I think there'll be another man who will be captain. But it is what it is. Strong 7 out of 10 for me. We'll move on to the attackers. It started with this man, Mohamed Kudus. Unlucky not to score yesterday. Yeah, really unlucky not to score yesterday. There was a chance in the first half where it is soft. It is soft. Now, match of the day are very conniving. Yeah, did not show any incident. They did not show any possible sendings off. They didn't show the Kudus one in the first half. Kudus has a shot, and it goes in, and the referee deems it as a foul on the goalkeeper. Yeah, most softest one to sort of let go. Right, if you want, like when you see chaos in the box in the 90th minute, and there's people throwing their bodies everywhere, and then you see the incident with Kudus, it's so soft, such a soft foul. Yeah, but I love this geezer, I really do. I love his work rate. What I like about him is how direct he is. He gets the ball down. He's driving forward. He can take people on. He got double elbowed in the back of the neck by Douglas Luiz, which I think is disgusting. It was disgusting, and he reacts the way he reacts because of that. For me, he's a shining light. He is. Yeah, I'm going to give him just a standard 7. Yeah, I thought he's not an 8. He's not a 9. I'm going to give him a standard 7. I thought he was good. What I'm liking about this geezer is that he's taking the weight off Bowen. Now, if you've got Scott J. Bowen scoring the goals, no one else, there's a lot of weight on the man. Yeah, but this geezer can do a lot. He can drive forward. He can score goals. He can get you fouls. He can get you up the pitch. He can do a lot of work, and his defensive work is very, very good also. Like tracking back, like nicking balls from people and getting up the pitch. We've got to wrap this geezer up in cotton wool, absolutely, and we've got to look after this geezer from now to the end of the season. If we do, then we've got a chance of doing something of any note. So yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10 for him. Very soft foul on Martinez. Goal should have stood, in my opinion. I agree. It's just, the referee. I will come to a bit later on, but the referee is just absolutely wrong. Kudus 9. This guy is good. Which position do you think he fits him? I think he's a right-sided player, and this is the issue that we had at the start of the season. I remember having a few of the lads on, and they turned around and said to me, "Why are we signing Mohamed Kudus to play on the right when we've already got Bowen on the right?" Now, I think what it is with Mo, he can play anywhere. He can play up front. He can play as a 10. He can play on the left side, right side, wherever. What I'm liking about this geezer is that he just gets on with it. Like, that's his job, basically. He just gets on with it, doesn't complain, doesn't moan. He doesn't lose his rag either. Like, many times over the years, I've seen good players, throw their hands up in the air, start copping the ump when the things are not going their way. He's not one to down tools. Right, that's one thing I will say, and that's got to be respected. So, I'll give him a 7 for yesterday's performance. I thought he was pretty good. He's a shining light. Comes this man, Lucas Paqueta. Mixed really yesterday. Like, there's so many fouls that he just didn't get. Yeah, yet again, another one. Right, but it's just one of these sort of issues with Paqueta that when he plays and he's on it, West Ham are on it. When he's not on it, West Ham seems to not be on it as much. I thought he was okay. Another okay performance yet again. Like, I think the free kick's unlucky. He's got a top goalkeeper in goal, so that's a good save. What else did he do yesterday? Good few little tricks and flicks and everything. But it's just I don't know whether a 10 is his proper position, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I think on the left side with Emerson, them two work very, very well. Right. But I'm gonna say this. He's another one that we've got to look after. Yeah. the front four really we've got to look after from now to the end of the season. So I don't question Moyes when it comes to making subs and making things happen, like because you've got to do this now. Yeah, there's no like this is not last chance to learn. This is the final sort of moment now of the season. So yeah, I'm going to give him for yesterday. There's two games against Villa where I haven't really seen him do a lot. I think Villa done a bit of a job on him to a point, so I'm going to give him a high 6 out of 10 for me. Nothing to really sort of scream about. Moving on to this man, Jared Bowen. JB didn't really have one of his better games. I'm not going to lie, but on the right, I can understand where people are coming from. Like on the right, he takes people on. His effort can never be questioned. Another one who gives 100% effort every game, every time. And you know what? For how good he has been at centre forward, on the right, it's probably his position that you probably score more goals from, if I'm being honest. Um, I thought, yeah, again, it was just another one. Like first half, very good. Second half, got shifted to centre forward. Didn't really see a lot of him. Should he score that goal at the end? That goes back to VAR. And if we would have won the game yesterday, I think we would have got away with it. But I do think we should have won the game yesterday. Like, and that's a major thing. I'm going to give Bowen. I'll give him a high 6. I don't think he's a 7. I don't think he's like. He's definitely not a 5. He's definitely not a 7. All right, a 7. So I'll give him a high 6 in that bracket. I thought it was like another Jackal and I performance. Like first half, pretty good, pressing excellent. Second half, I thought Villa come into the game a lot more. Dominated the second half to a point. When you look at the percentages, 70% Villa, 30% West Ham, shows you how much like we had of the ball really. And I just think he just weren't there. So high 6, just not a 7 for me. This comes this man who's been reborn at West Ham, scores the goal, excellent goal. Credit where credit's due. The goal was a good header, diving header. I was having a debate with a few lads last night on a late space. Yeah, last night. And they turned around and basically said that they don't want their striker to score goals. They want him to bring people into play for the others to score goals. I completely disagree on this. I want Mikel Antonio to score goals for West Ham, and that goal will do him the world of good. The world of good. He needs to score goals for West Ham. Yeah, because as a centre forward, that's what you do for a living. You score goals. I thought yesterday he was a handful. I think his pressing was good. I think everything he done sort of well to a point. I think the goal's an excellent finish. Bit gutted about the substitution. Don't understand it from Moyes. I really don't. Yeah, I still look at it now and I think it's just the wrong move. Yeah, why'd you take him off? Like, do you know what I'm saying? If he's causing a threat. But he's another one yet again that we've got to wrap up in cotton wool. We've got to make sure this geezer don't get injured. Yeah. So for the goal and for his overall sort of 60 minutes, I'll give him a 7. Yeah, I think the goal was good, and he's a vocal point in our side, and we do need him, but I also need him to score goals and all, like because you can't keep relying on Kudus and Bowen to be the goal scorers in the team. Antonio was a focal point again yesterday. Nice headed goal. Yeah, it was a good goal. I'm not going to lie. Um, and he just needs a goal. He hasn't scored since Brighton, I think it is. Yeah, which is back in August. Yeah, so I know he's been injured and everything else, and some of the people that I was speaking to last night really don't believe that it's the like they don't want him to score goals. They want him to bring people into play to make him have a score goals. Whether they was trolling me or not, I don't know. But listen, I want my striker to score goals, and he scored, and it's going to boost his confidence up and make it the world of good. We'll say that. Move on to the subs. James Ward-Prowse, Ben Johnson, Cresswell. I'm going to start off with Cresswell first. Comes on for Emerson. Didn't really do a lot of any note. Yeah, same. So I'll probably give him a standard 5. James Ward-Prowse is interesting. When he comes on, he has that golden chance at the end of the game. Absolute golden chance where it's a good sort of block from Cash, but let's be honest, like maybe he should be a bit more clever. Like he knows that they're all going to just jump on him with the shot. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. I don't know, but for me, I think he should be a bit more clever, like in that moment. But he was effective, so probably give him a high 5 for what he done when he come on. And the Ben Johnson one, is the one that just doesn't make a lot of sense. I understand the cover for Sefel, yeah, because they was going down Sefel's side quite a lot, and Sefel can't handle pace and power on the flank. But I just look at this and just think it's just wrong. All right, I think that taking off a striker and bringing on Ben Johnson basically is sitting there saying, right, we're going to try and defend this out now. Yeah, and it shouldn't be the case. Like when you, the problem is West Ham haven't got a striker to do the same role as what Mikel Antonio does at West Ham. Yeah, where he can hold the ball up, take West Ham up the pitch. I thought Johnson was good. It's no disrespect to Johnson at all. Yeah, because I thought Johnson done all right when he come on. Yeah, he weren't bad and he weren't amazing. But for me, when I look at it, is it the right sub? Is it like you take Antonio off? Is Ben Johnson the right guy? I don't believe it was. Right. Some people agree with me, some people disagree with me. Perfectly fine. I just don't believe it's the right move. I really don't, especially when you're 1-0 up. I think if you want to try and be a bit more proactive, you bring on another attacker and you try and like hit balls long and defend and go that way. You don't try and just nullify them and then have no attacking threat of our own. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, we had 2 chances from what I remember in the second half. And that was right at the end. The James Ward-Prowse one. There was a free kick in the second half from Paqueta, which was a good free kick. And obviously the goal at the end is just a bit of a killer. Obviously a free kick. So there wasn't really much in the second half of like chances by West Ham. So I'll give Johnson a high 5. Yeah, but for me, I just don't think it was the right sub. I really don't. Let's have a look, see what you're saying. We have got James Ward-Prowse disappointing. Yeah, I know, mate. Kudus' goal was disallowed as the referee thought Antonio fouled the goalkeeper. It's never a foul. Never, ever a foul, mate. Honestly. If we're giving fouls for that, then football is dead. The substitutes were not positive ones. I agree on that. Totally, utterly agree on that. It's just a shame. Really is just a shame on that one yesterday. But you got to give Villa credit. They threw everything at it. They tried to get back in the game. They did get back in the game. And probably the point is the right result. Let's move to this man. And that is the referee. Disgusting from Jared Gillett. Absolute disgusting, mate. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try and go through it one at a time. Now, the VAR calls are not really on him. Yeah, because VAR have intervened in certain moments, right? First off, Antonio's foul on Kudus. Yeah. Antonio's foul on Martinez that stops Kudus's goal from being allowed. Never, ever a foul. Never, ever, ever in football is that a foul. It's the softest foul you're ever likely to see. Yeah. Disgusting decision. Yeah. Then you've got the yellow card of Edson Alvarez that really, really, really pisses me off. Like, he doesn't get involved with, that's a thumbs down, I agree. He doesn't get involved in the situation that gets him booked by the Villa player. Just doesn't get involved. Walks away, gets tangled the legs, the Villa player makes a meal of it, and he gets booked. Yeah, for no reason. Now he's out. Yeah, he's gone. The Kudus one and the Douglas Luiz one. Yeah, double elbow in the back of the shoulders, right, by Douglas Luiz. Yeah. Kudus reacts, trying to get Kudus sent off. Disgusting, right? Why is VAR not intervene there? Fair enough, if the referee's not seen it, understandable. But VAR should intervene on that one. They don't do nothing. The first Antonio goal that is disallowed is probably about right. If you're analysing it totally, it's probably about right. The third goal, the one right at the end, right? People are saying it's the right decision. I just can't buy that. I really can't. If you're telling me that he's intentionally tried to sort of score with his arm, yeah, and not only that, it hits his arm from a short area, and Bowen's head, it's Bowen's head and goes in. So technically, he's not the last man, yeah. But for me, it's just poor decisions, yeah. The Villa player throws the ball away, doesn't get his second yellow card, doesn't get sent off. Mavropanos has a moment where he gets pissed off in a situation. He gets a yellow card. Jared Gillett just literally had no idea what he was doing yesterday. Literally no idea. This is the same referee that has been in the VAR room for either the Newcastle game, where we drew 2-2, or the Sheffield United game. I know it's one of them, right? I'm sure of it, yeah. And he's solided us up twice, yeah. And yesterday he did. And the VAR calls, right, to them. Why would you call for a decision? 5.5 minutes goes by, and then you hand it over to the ref. You hand it over to the ref to make the final call. Like, if the referee hasn't like sort of looked at it and wants VAR to intercept the situation, yeah, VAR should have made the call yesterday. Yeah, basically they did not have the. I'm going to say it. They did not have the bollocks to make the call. Yeah, they pulled the game up for 5.5 minutes, and they hand it over to the referee to have a look, and they sort of put it on the ref. Yeah, at the end to say, right, this is on you now. Right, you can make the call, sort of thing. 5 minutes 37 seconds, as Brian says there, clear and obvious. What a joke! Couldn't agree anymore. Really couldn't agree anymore. And I do not understand it at all. Right, in regards of how long it took. Yeah, they was looking at every single possibility there to try and not give it. Yeah, they was looking at offsides, they was looking at handballs, they were looking at fouls, they were looking at everything, absolutely everything. Yeah, they didn't want West Ham to win that game yesterday. Yeah, they really didn't. Now the referee's getting a 0 out of 10. Right, I think he's. I used to like him. I used to think, you know what, he knows what he's doing. Come over from Australia, a high reputation, everything. Yeah, Jared Gillett, I'm sorry, mate. You're not that guy. You're just not that fucking guy. Right, you really am not. Yeah. Even yesterday, there was fouls. Like Paqueta got took out in one of the moments, yeah. Just stands there, just allows the play to carry on. Like, he's just, yeah. The referee was bad. The VAR was worse. Right. I understand Moyes' frustration at the end, right? But given that one at the end just tells me football's dead. Yeah. If someone like the other week, I know I'm going a bit of a rant here, but the other week we played Burnley. The geezer near enough catches the ball in the box, header in the ball, right? Or trying to header the ball. No, it's not a penalty. But the Zuma one at Everton, which was a few weeks previous, his arm is down his side. The ball hits his arm. That is a penalty. Yeah. It's just the rule's wrong. The way it's interpreted is wrong. And I think we got done yesterday. I really did. Really, really did. I'm sick of talking about VAR rather than football. It's the same shit, officiating week in, week out. I totally agree, mate. I hope you're well, Mark. And as he said there, the longest VAR check in the Premier League to date says it all. Like 5 minutes, 37 seconds just tells you all you need to know, that they're trying to look and they're trying to go, right, we're going to try everything in our power to not give this as a goal. And they eventually did, which is gutting. Obviously, listen, like, was it the right call yesterday in regard to the result? If we when we drew, I think it's a fair result. I think Villa were a lot better in the second half. We were very good in the first half. It's a fair result, but you can't take away from the incident, and the incident is that stopped us scoring a goal. Shouldn't be like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Right, here comes this man, David Moyes. Right, as I've got a bit of a cold. Right, how can I assess this one with him? I thought yesterday he's picked West Ham's strongest team. Like West Ham's current strongest team was yesterday on the pitch in the first half. Yeah, you can't get any stronger than that. Yeah, he went 4-2-3-1. He went attacking. He went bold against the Villa side, who he showed no respect to. I like it. I like it. I like the way he approached that game, and it proved it in the first half. The issue I have is the sub. I don't get the logic of it. Yeah. If you are looking to try and defend it out, yeah, you just bring Ben Johnson on and take off Sifal. Like, do you know what I mean? If Sifal's getting done and you're worried about that, yeah, to try and have someone doubling up on that side, you're just allowing him Villa to grow in confidence. Because what Villa will just do is just knock the ball over to the other side and start attacking down the other side. For me, that was a turning point for me. Villa were good in the second half. Don't get me wrong, but to take the sort of vocal point out of your team, and then you're just going, you know what, right, we're just going to try and see if we can defend this out, yeah, and not really have no attacking threat whatsoever other than a counter attack. Just tells you all you need to know. There's a problem there, yeah, because for how good it is in the first half, the second half is equally not as good, yeah, and it's just West Ham are just not. It is like Jack or Hyde every week, yeah. Last week, Jack and I performance against Burnley. First half, incredibly shit. Second half, we come out and we got a draw. We should have won the game. Yeah, in the end, right? Same thing today. Very good in the first half. Second half, we come out and it's just a completely different team. It's like he sits there and just waits to sort of defend. And the subs, and I do agree with what Brian says. Shout out to Brian. Always positive attacking tactics first half, poor defensive tactics second half. Substitutes were also negative. I just don't get the Ben Johnson one. I really don't. I look at it and I even tweeted it. He come on and about 10 minutes after he come on, I think I tweeted something saying like, I hope this doesn't cost us the win. And then within 5 minutes of me tweeting that, goal goes in. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in that moment and we shouldn't be like this. Now, do we have the sort of players on the bench to come on and change the game, like, or keep the game the same with Antonio off the pitch? No, we don't, and that's the problem, and that's where it all goes back to the January window. And shout out to John, who's all the way over in Thailand, attacking sub off, defender on, but look at the bench, nothing there. January window's biting us in the arse. I said it to people, mate. Listen, people, I say this all the time. Yeah, shout out to John in Thailand. Yeah, people think that I talk a lot of shit. I called it in the January window. I know the owner too fucking well. Yeah, I know this club too well at the back of my hand. Yeah, they should have went out and got at least one attacking player in. They didn't get none. They got rid of two attacking players or ish players, and we haven't replaced anyone. Yeah, and we're feeding off scraps on the bench. Do you know what I mean? So that all goes back to the January window. And when you look at Calvin Phillips right now, when we signed him, I thought good signing. When I look at him now, it's a flop. Yeah, it is a flop. But for Moyes, I'm going to give him a. I'm going to give him a. Oh dear. I'll give him a 5. I was going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 5. Tower 2 halves for me. Yeah, first half pretty good. Second half not so good. Bad. It's a bad sub. And I don't think Antonio wanted to come off and to take him off on the 60th minute, I think it was, or the 60th ish minute. Not for me. Not for me. And Villa deserved to get a goal in the game. And I think they deserved their point at the end of the day. So, yeah, I'll give them always a 5. Yeah, I don't think it was great. But we've just had a game on Thursday night. Hard game. Sunday against Villa. A point is a good point, especially against them currently this season. So, yeah, 5 out of 10 for David Moyes. Right, let's get to your questions and comments. Have a look. We still need to spend 100 million in the summer to replace some of the old guard. We need to spend more than that, a lot more than that. The problem is that some of these players should have been gone in the January window, and we should have brought in 2 or 3. But the problem is, people say we can't do it in the January window. I disagree on that. I look at it like, if you really want to get the players in, then you just go out and get the players. Like, just go and get them. Do you know what I'm saying? If Calvin Phillips is Calvin Phillips is available, then there was other people available who could have come in and done a job for West Ham. Yeah. Now, talking about Calvin Phillips, this is where the next next month is going to be massive for him. Yeah. If he wants to have a career at West Ham and he wants to be a hero at West Ham, the time to perform is now. Yeah. You've had enough time to bed in. You've had enough time to sort of get your fitness up. The time is now, mate. Yeah. We've got Newcastle, Spurs, then we've got a game against Wolves. Then we've got Bayer Leverkusen. He's going to be playing 3 out of the 4 games. Yeah. The Newcastle away game is a big game for him. Yeah. I don't think he goes with Prowse. I think he has to go with Calvin Phillips. And I think West Ham will set up in that sort of defensive stance to try and hit Newcastle on the break like we always do. Yeah. But Calvin has got to turn up. He's got to earn his donor. Yeah. There is no time to waste. Yeah. Then we're going to get past the 2 games. Yeah. Newcastle, Spurs. when we come to Bayer Leverkusen, he has got to be on it because we're going to need him. Yeah, no Alvarez over in Germany is. We're going to need Calvin to turn up and earn his dough. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is going to be a massive game, absolute massive game over there, right? So Calvin's got to turn up and enter the party. I'm liking the West Ham front four. Paqueta, Bowen, Kudus and Antonio. I'm liking that. I think that's the way forward. I think when they're all fit, all firing and all available, West Ham can be a match for anyone. Yeah. It's just us defensively that is a bit of a problem at the minute. Yeah. And in certain moments we're the cause of our own sort of disaster, so to speak. But, you know, the next few weeks, I'm glad that is an international break. Not gonna lie, I am. Yeah, because I think it gives everyone a time to reset, assess it all, look at the final 10 games, whatever, and go, right, this is how we're going to have to approach these final 10 games. But I'm going to enjoy it from now to the end of the season. Like West Ham playing Bayer Leverkusen in a European quarter-final isn't to be sort of chucked away and disposed of. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. We've got to hope that Phillips can get up to speed. Hopefully, England dropping him will give him the incentive to perform better. I agree on that comment. I said that the other day to someone, funny enough. I turned around and I said, maybe it's the kick up the arse that Calvin needs. Yeah, because he's just coasting at the minute, right? He really, really is. He's important to us. Simple as that. He's so important to us now, especially without Edson Alvarez there. And I don't think Ward Prowse is the guy to sort of play in that sort of double pivot with Souček. Like we've seen that a few times, it just doesn't work. So Calvin's going to have to come in and perform. Yeah, I mean, but this is on him now. This is on him. Now, I do feel slightly sorry for Moyes. I'm going to say this. I do feel slightly sorry for him, right? Because on the one hand, I look at him and think, right, you've just signed a really good player, or apparently a good player. On the other hand, how did Moyes know how bad his geezer was going to be? Because I do think it's a bit of both. I think Moyes signing the player is a bit of a problem to a point, but Moyes did not know how bad he was going to be, mate. I'm sorry, like, because I don't think Moyes would have touched him with like a 12-inch barge bowl or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he's been that bad, been that crap. So yeah, Leverkusen will be a real test in a top league, top level. Sorry, European competition. Looking forward to that one. I actually think, to round it up before I say bon voyage, I actually think West Ham could do the job against Leverkusen. Now, people probably think I'm mad, but that's the West Ham way. I'm sorry, that is. Yeah, when West Ham's backs are firmly against the wall, against the side that are expected to win, and the pressure is on Bayer Leverkusen to beat us because they're this unbeaten machine currently over in Germany. But I looked at the betting last night. I was on, as I said, I was on a space last night late, and I was mentioning the betting side of things. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have a look. And the bookies have got Bayer Leverkusen now, obviously as favourites, but not a lot in it. Not a lot in it. And I think if West Ham could go to Germany and get a draw, if West Ham get a draw in Germany, West Ham will beat them at the LS. When that place is rocking and bouncing, and all the seats will be filled against Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, they really will. I think West Ham can get the job done there. Yeah, West Ham in European football, I don't know why they just turn into a different animal, right? But this is a real test. Now, Bayer Leverkusen just about beat Freiburg a few days ago. Shut up, Zan, and we just demolished them. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. This is what it's all about now, and hopefully, look, shout out to Drano. Just comes in at the perfect time. I mean, this man is like, he's got the art of just dropping that comment in at the perfect time. Well, because we're lucky, it's the last minute winner against Freiburg. Big up, Fever. Drano, hope you're well, mate. And that's the thing. Like, if Carabao can score 4 goals against this side, 2 at home, 2 away, West Ham can score goals. Do you know what I'm saying? The only issue that I have with West Ham when it comes to Bayer Leverkusen is do not self-destruct in Germany. That's like, don't do what Brighton did in Rome and just fall apart over there. Because if West Ham are 1-0 down, I still fancy us to score goals at the LS. Yeah, if we're all together, and as I've always said this, yeah, people don't like to hear it, but when West Ham are united, yeah, we can be a force for anyone. Yeah, especially at the London Stadium. And if we are in the tie or realistic in the tie, we can beat them at home, 100%. 100%. They've got fucking Granit Xhaka playing for them, right? I'm sorry, but like the issue is the first leg. Obviously, no Alvarez. Calvin Phillips has got to turn up to the party because I tell you what, if he doesn't, then he might as well just tear up his contract now and say, you know what, send him back to Man City. Absolutely send him back. Well, and that's it really. What is a compatible team? Premier League, Premier League is higher. Yeah, I agree. I agree on that. Leverkusen were also lucky to beat Karabag on Thursday. Goals in 93rd, 97th to win 3-2. See, I agree on that. I really do. I really, really do. I'm quietly confident with West Ham. Yeah. If West Ham had to play home leg first and then away in Leverkusen, I would think, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But West Ham playing the second leg at home, they will know what the job they have to do. Yeah, it's all about the first leg. Antonio has to be fit. He has to start. West Ham have to literally hit balls to him and let him hold the ball up like consistently. Do you know what I mean? Get us up the pitch. But I don't know why. I just feel confident in this one. I really do. I think it's the right time to play this team. Like West Ham, if you West Ham would have got Leverkusen in the last round, yeah, especially when the month we had previous where we was just weren't winning no games and a confidence was down, then I would have turned around and said, you know what, yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. But I think now is the right time to play by Leverkusen. And then the winner of that, you've got Milan or Rome. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'm having a look at the odds on it. The betting are obviously swaying with Leverkusen, but they have got this thing about Premier League and Bundesliga sides at the minute. Yeah, and the Premier League are a bit more on it. But West Ham at the LS, as I say, if we can get them to the LS and we're still in the game, we can beat them there. If we beat them there, then anything's possible. Let's have a look. What we've got here. Trini, hope you're well, mate. Sorry, I can't be confident with this negative manager. His mentality does not allow the team to play to their strengths. I am confident, mate, because I think he sets up in a low block over there. I think he tries to say, right, come on then, let's see how good you really are. Come and break us down. I think if West Ham can get out of Leverkusen with a sort of positive-ish result, then there's nothing stopping us from at home going at this team all day long. The pressure is firmly on by Leverkusen, like firmly, literally on them. Yeah, because they're unbeaten, right? They're a team that hopefully by the time they play us, which is in about 3 or 4 weeks' time, they might have lost the game. They've got to go and play Dortmund, I think, the next time they play, if I've got that right. So that's actually in Dortmund. So hopefully this tag of them losing the game might come into play. Yeah, but if they carry on winning, the pressure will start building up. It will start building and building because like they could probably achieve the unbelievable. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's and West Ham just loved. I'm going to say this: West Ham love, and I do mean this, love to upset teams. Like I remember with Arsenal years ago in 2003, the year we got relegated. Yeah, Arsenal went on this sort of unbeaten, like the Invincibles era. Yeah, West Ham nearly beat them at Upton Park. It was 2-0 up. It was cruising, and they end up drawing their own 2-2. Right, West Ham. It's just the West Ham way. Like if you want to describe West Ham way, that is the West Ham way. Turn up at places and not expected to do anything, and then getting the result. I would view Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal as better than Leverkusen. Leverkusen are a good side, don't get me wrong, but they are no Man City, Liverpool, or Arsenal at present. And if we can go to Arsenal and win, yeah, and we did give City a game at the start of the season, even though we lost the game, right? Just a couple of little small errors. Liverpool, we don't talk about them because we just can't beat them ever. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But we could do it. We can do it. So we will see what happens there. I'm going to wrap this up now, people. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, all that. I'm going to have a few days off. Oh, a good few days off, yeah. I'm going to enjoy the international break and no West Ham chat. I'm going to say that. It's been a roller coaster up and down season, but the final sort of 10-ish games or whatever it is, I'm just going to enjoy it from now to the end of the season, like, because moaning about managers' styles and all that game is just draining the life out of you. Do you know what I mean? And if it is Moyes' last season, I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it. Listen, he's given us some good times. He's given us some good times, and that needs to be respected. You might not like the geezer. I understand it. And I do personally think it may be time for him to go. Yeah, I think, yeah, it is time for him to go now. Yeah, but let's not fucking slag him off every single time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yesterday's game, you can sort of be constructive criticism, but keep knocking the geezer at every opportunity before you look at the rest of the situations has to be taken into account. And yeah, listen, enjoy your sort of week, 10 days rest. We've got we have got Newcastle, Spurs, Wolves, Leverkusen coming up in the next sort of 4 games. Yeah, and then we've obviously got Man City and Liverpool towards the back end of the season. So it's going to be fun, whatever happens. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. That's enough from me. Enjoy the sunshine. I'll tell you what, it is absolutely beautiful out there. Wow. Get outside, yeah. Get off YouTube, get outside and enjoy the sunshine. I will say that. Summer is coming, or spring is coming. And yeah, I will see you again in the next one. As I say, final thought is this. Point gained is what it is. VAR's disgrace, and Jared Gillett needs to give up being a ref and go back to Australia and be an umpire or something. That's one thing I will say. But that's enough from me. Take it easy. Peace.
Level up.